Hello, everybody. Dan Ward here with the Ward on Sports. We're talking NFL predictions. NFL season is back. AFC North for this video. We're getting right to it. No fluff, all opinions. My predictions for the standings for the AFC North: Baltimore Ravens at the top, Cincinnati Bengals number 2, Cleveland Browns number 3, and Pittsburgh Steelers number 4. This is the alphabetical division, alphabetical order for the standings. Lamar Jackson is in a make-or-break year. He's either going to get paid or he's going to be on another team, most likely. And I think he's the type of guy that's about to ball out and prove why he was the MVP and why he deserves a major contract. Ravens have a lot of things going for them. They're bringing back a healthy running back core as opposed to one that was essentially depleted last year due to injuries. Lamar is going to be back and healthy and wanting to win. Their defense is supposed to be top 5, and their offensive line is one of the best, which will give Lamar Jackson tons of time to either run around or make his middle name, no-name wide receivers into elite stars. They also have the benefit of having a last place schedule because they finished in last in the division last year. So, easier opponents, easier schedule, couple of bigger wins. They are not a last place team, but they do get that benefit. It's just how it plays sometimes. So I think with all of these things going for them, Lamar Jackson needing to prove it so that he can get his money, an easier schedule, top offensive line, top defense. The Ravens are here. They are here for real. They're going to be one of the top teams in the AFC this season. Cincinnati Bengals are back, and I have them finishing in second, partly because they have to play a first place schedule. So that difference, I think that they will be right there with the Ravens, but tougher schedule, and teams are going to put a target on them. Everybody has the Cincinnati Bengals circled on their schedule. That's probably the first time in my existence that the Cincinnati Bengals have been targets. Yes, I know they've won divisions in the past, but nobody was really scared of the Bengals. This year, they know that they are. AFC champions from a season ago. Tons of youth on the team between Burrow, Mixon, Chase, Higgins. Tons in that lineup. It's going to be another great offensive year for the Bengals. I think that the only thing is that they are being targeted. Nobody's going to be surprised by how good they were like they were last year. That was a bit of an advantage. But it was not lightning in a bottle. They're going to be right back at it. Their defense needs to make sure that it's strong. They need to be at least middle of the pack in order for them to do well. And you do worry that Joe Burrow is going to be able to have time in that pocket. That was a whole issue last season. That was something that was identified last year. Is it going to be fixed this year? Do you give him time to let Higgins and Chase get free? So we'll see. I have confidence in the Bengals. I have them making the playoffs again. Not winning the division because of the benefits that the Ravens get, but being Super Bowl contenders once again. The Browns continue to be the Browns. Even when things look exciting, something has to happen. If Deshaun Watson was not suspended for 11 games, I'd probably have the Browns winning double-digit games, probably making the playoffs. But I think having Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback for 11 straight games, it's going to put you in a tough spot to make the playoffs. So with all the off-the-field issues going on, with all the distractions in Cleveland, despite a talented roster, I think they fumble it a little bit this year. I have them dropping back down to just 7 wins. It just seems like Cleveland's going to Cleveland, Browns are going to Brown. I don't think that Deshaun Watson's going to be able to come back, even if they were to win 4 of the last games of the season. I think it's going to be too little, too late. So, sorry, Cleveland. Not really that sorry, but third place finish, middle of the pack in a tough AFC as well. That also hurts them. They need to be at their best this year if they want to compete in this AFC that is very talented and very deep, and I just don't think that they're going to be there. So middle of the pack at best. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers are a lot like the New England Patriots in that you can never count them out. They are just a dang good organization, as much as that hurts to say, and Mike Tomlin is one of the greatest coaches of all time. We just need to make sure that that's out there. They should continue to be competitive because that's just the Steeler way, but I think this is finally the year that Mike Tomlin has to accept the fact that his team isn't good enough and has to accept a sub-500 record. 7 wins, so still a very strong season. I think that next year they could very well have a Ravens-type expectation from me where they have a last-place schedule, and that really helps them next year. But this year, it's a retool. Maybe not a full rebuild, but a retool. They've got Kenny Pickett, who will play some games this year after Mitchell Trubisky inevitably gives up the ball too much. So they'll be able to get a quarterback and see if he is the quarterback of the future. I like the George Pickens pick at wide receiver. They still have Chase Claypool, who's a young stud. So they have talent on the roster. Najee Harris at running back is going to eat it up this year for sure. Fantasy perspective, probably going to have a great year. But overall, wins and losses, I expect them to lose more than they win. Something surprising for Pittsburgh. Some of these elite teams or top teams in the NFL, like the Patriots and the Steelers, losing, not making the playoffs. It's going to look weird in the playoffs, but hey, it happens. A retool year. They'll be right back at it next year. So there you have it, short, quick, to the point. 13 wins, 11 wins, 7 wins, 7 wins. Alphabetical order is how this division will finish this year, according to my predictions. What do you think? Lamar Jackson for MVP? Kenny Pickett actually going to hold on to his spot with the Pittsburgh Steelers as the quarterback of the future? Can the Bengals repeat, or was it just lightning in a bottle? And will Cleveland not Cleveland? Or are they just going to continue? Brown's going to brown. Like, subscribe, all that stuff that you're supposed to do to YouTube videos. Be sure to check out my other prediction videos on my channel. Thank you. See you later.
Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation.